Hello everyone. Yeah, in the previous class, we are done with this what you call the civics chapter one. That's diversity. Uh, So we have finished the chapter, the explanation and the exercise. That's you'll be responsible for that, right? No more spoon feeding. Too much of spoon feeding is not good. You must be able to eat by your own self. And moreover, each and every line, each and every word has been discussed. Not even a single line you can say that it wasn't talked about, or no explanation was being done. So this fill in the blanks, true or false, match the column, answer the following question in brief, which means short answers, answer the following question in detail, which means long question answers. And also you just have one question which is termed as HOTS, high order thinking skills. The geography of a place decides what people wear. Justify with example. Now let me tell you what you mean by justify. Justify means to support your answer, okay? To give reason for your answer, the answer that you write. So do it all by your own. But remember, as I told you, no spoon feeding. But yes, definitely, what do you call, scrutinization will be done from my end, correction will be done from my end, and in what manner I do, it's up to me. But your duty is to finish up this exercise. Later on, I may not, I must not hear that this exercise was not done or this question is left. It's you who will be responsible for it. All right, I hope I'm clear. Okay, so today let us continue with your next chapter. We have done, what is this, man? One from history is over, one from pol science, or you can say civics. The other one, geography, we have, right? Solar system, chapter 1, chapter 2, globe, the earth's model. Just hold on, let me see. Alright, yeah, I got to know from your other teacher that this the first chapter, that is solar system, you have gone through the same topic in detail in your previous classes as well. So as a result, I would directly go to chapter 2. Okay, geography. We will start with chapter 2 and not chapter 1, as because the same has been already taught to you in your earlier class, I believe, class 5, right? Globe, the Earth's model. Alright, let's start with this. Page number 17. Do you know what you mean by globe? If I ask you what is a globe, define globe. It's basically representation of the earth, a model of earth in simple term. Okay, a model of earth, a representation of earth, which gives us understanding, which helps us to understand about earth. Okay, or you can say the different what do you call, the way the earth rotates, okay, the way it functions and all. That's what it helps us to gather information in a much more better way. That is globe. Now let's see what this chapter globe has to offer us. Page 17. Let us straight away go to the topic, introduction. Since ancient times, people have been using different ways and methods to determine the location of a place on the Earth's surface. Scientific investigation have clearly shown how various reference points and imaginary lines on the Earth's surface can be useful for this purpose. Let us learn more about such reference point. Alright. So basically, this chapter will help us to understand about how to locate a place on Earth in simple language. Okay, that is what this chapter will help us to do, as because various scientific experimentation investigations has proved that a reference point is required. Without the help of a reference point, you cannot suddenly find out a location. Now for example, if I tell you, say you are new in non Guwahati, all right, just an example, and also you are new to the school, okay, you know nothing about non Guwahati, we just know the name of the school. Now you need to reach the school. Now if you go and ask, inquire about the address to somebody, you know how the people will give you the address, or at times even someone might have asked you and you might have helped them. You always give them a point of reference that goes straight, you will find a shop, you will find a building or whatever, you'll find the office. From there, take a right turn. So that you will find the office, you'll find a shop, you'll find a what do you call, building. That is called point of reference. Why? Because you say that from there, take a right turn, and then go straight and you find the school. Just an example. So I'm just giving you what you mean by point of reference. So even in order to locate a place on earth, we need a point of reference. So therefore, what did scientists do is that they started making these, various reference point and also imaginary lines. Imaginary, it's not in practical reality, just imagine, okay, imaginary lines, so that it can be helpful for the purpose of locating a place on earth. Next, globe. A globe is like a tiny image of our planet that tries to represent every feature on the earth. That tries to represent, but however, I would say that, yes, up to an extent, globe really helps us a lot, but it cannot give us that detailed information like the way we get from a map. Okay. Yes, also there are some limitation drawbacks of a globe, and at the same time, you cannot carry globe every place, everywhere. Along with you. It's not handy as because of the size and structure and all. But where is map? Fold it, paper, put in your pocket, carry it along. So globes are available in different sizes and materials. I hope you have underlined the first sentence. I forgot to tell you. A globe is like a tiny image of a planet that tries to represent every feature on the Earth. It is the closest representation of the Earth. Globes are available in different sizes and materials. The globe shows physical features like oceans, seas, continent, countries, etc. A globe is useful in many ways. Alright. So let us see what are the ways in which a globe is useful, and this the physical features that a globe shows us. Okay, physical features such as ocean, sea, continents, countries, and so on. One, two, three, four. 4 points are being mentioned about globe of being useful. Let's see the first one. It helps in understanding how days and nights are caused. We can actually rotate the globe to feel the movement of the earth. Well, I hope you understood. Hmm? Take a globe. If you have it at home, well and good. If not, get it. You will also require it for your, higher classes as well. So you can use it. It's not that again you'll have to buy. So, where take a globe, switch on a torchlight from one end and rotate that. You see, the only one side of the globe, you know, what do you call, has that exposure to light, whereas the other side of the globe remains dark because of the shadow. And this is how the side, the portion which is, exposed to light, that is day, you can say, and the side, the portion, the countries which is not getting any form, or there is where there is no rays of light, which is in the dark, which is in the shadow, that those countries, those areas, it is night for them at that particular moment. Now again, when the earth rotates, suddenly though that particular area which is in dark, they come in front, and the one which is in light, they go back, day and night. Next, it helps in understanding how seasons change over a year. The poles of the globe are also a little tilted in the same manner as those of the earth. This slight tilt causes the change of seasons which we experience as summer, winter, autumn, spring, monsoon, etc. Underline this. What is the use of that? Why is it tilted? So this tilt in the globe, tilt means, bending, a little bit of bend, slanting. So this tilt in the globe, or it's basically to help us, to make us understand that how the change of seasons takes place. That is the purpose of the globe being tilted. All right. Next, we have the next useful things about globe is that, or why globe is useful. A globe shows the physical features of the earth, such as the oceans and mountains. I have already told you just now. Next, a globe is also helpful in determining the distance between two places. It shows directions, relative sizes, and shapes of the oceans, continent, island. Now, see, there's a word called relative. Okay, English is one such language people consider it to be too easy, but it is not so. One word, if you just misplace it, right, the entire meaning of the sentence changes, and based on which, even your answers at times, you might think that I wrote the correct answer, but how come I got less mark? But when you tend to understand, you see that you have totally changed the meaning of the answer just because you have misplaced one word in place of one particular word. Maybe you wrote another word, or maybe you forgot to write a word, and the whole meaning of a sentence got changed. Same thing. Now, coming back to this fourth point, that the globe helps us in determining the distance between two places. It also shows directions, correct, and relative sizes. Relative sizes, not accurate sizes. Relative sizes and shapes of the oceans, continent, island, and seas. You can relate it, you can connect it, but it's not even the text itself says that you cannot really rely upon it. You cannot be you know dependent upon it. That yes, this is the one. No. Next, location. Yeah, just now as I told you, relative and absolute, you cannot be very much sure, it's not an accurate. Huh? So what's the difference between relative and absolute? Shall we start today? Let me just see this chapter once. No need to hurry. First understand what is globe, what is the use of globe, how does it help us, right? Regarding this location, that relative and absolute and all, we will see in the next class. Fine? Please go through the text. Enough for the day.